Dr. Michael,
Yes.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
We're going to start my first questions.
Okay.
What are the city main priorities for development over the next few years for public safety and health?
First of all, thank you for inviting me, allowing me to serve and to be interviewed by you, and to your gracious audience. So let's talk a little bit about that. In regard to a major development that would include public safety, we just opened our new public safety facility located on Heritage Parkway, and it's a large facility that now houses all of our police and police personnel. We have training that takes place over there now, along with firearms, as well as a driving track. As it concerns our fire department, we have our fire training, a tower that is in that location. So that just opened this year. We are also moving one of our fire stations from the downtown area to down Broad Street, so that it'll have better access to the city as it has grown out, making it safer for them as well as for those in the vicinity of the fire station. So these are things that's taking place right now, and we're real proud of it. So we just opened the new facility, we're building another fire station, and we're continuing to expand here in Mansfield.
God bless, awesome. So my second question is, how is the city addressing public safety and reducing crime?
Okay, good question. Mansfield has been voted one of the safest cities in the United States. That was a designation that we received last year as well as in 2024. So we're real proud of that. You know, one of the ways that we address it is by making sure that our police, fire, and EMTs have the equipment that they need. We're spending literally millions of dollars, as we mentioned, on the new public safety facility, but on new fire trucks, as well as training equipment. And we have continued to recruit some of the best men and women for those positions by making sure that they have a good salary when they come to the city. So it gives us an opportunity to pay them well, train them well, and to look for some of the best people out there. No matter who they are, where they come from, we want to make sure we have good quality people and people with good character. So we're doing that right now.
Yeah, thank you. Because always they say there is when there is more opportunity for having job, the crime is always reducing.
That is correct, and this is a growing city. You're right about that.
Yes. So my third question: what are the plans to improve local health service and make them more accessible?
That's a good question. Well, one of the things that we are really excited about in Mansfield is the fact that we have two major hospitals in our city limits. So we've got Methodist Mansfield Hospital.
Very good hospital.
Yes, ma'am, and we have Texas Health Hospital as well. We now have Texas Tech Nursing School here in Mansfield. We are continuing to talk with our children's hospitals so that we can, we're working to attract a children's hospital to our area. We have down East Broad, which we're calling our medical corridor, and that medical infrastructure. So all of that, I think, plays into our public health and public safety that we're attempting to have here. So you've got on East Broad, you've got one major hospital, and on 287, you've got another major hospital. So you've got one that's building out for growth, and which would be Texas Health, and you have Mansfield Methodist Mansfield that is really covering that area. Methodist Mansfield also, as well as Texas Health, we service not only the city of Mansfield, but we also service the city of Grand Prairie.
Wow.
Right.
Nice.
And Mansfield Methodist is a trauma 2 hospital, which means that that's where people with gunshot wounds and things of that nature, they come into our city and they get those services now. So we are really excited about that. That's the house. That's the Heart Hospital, as well as for the Women's Center, the Neuro Science Center. All of that is right here in Mansfield, and we're proud of it.
That's very nice. And most of the hospital, they accept all the type of insurance?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Good.
Yes, ma'am. Both of them are not-for-profit.
Oh,
So they handle, both of them handle indigent care. Even if you don't have insurance, they cannot turn you away.
Yeah, I've been one day in the ER in the Methodist. I love it. It's like they treat like I am in the hotel.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So
And
I
it
was
should be that
surprised
way.
because there is some hospital like that in Mansfield. So I'm very proud to have this hospital here with us.
We're glad.
How does the city plan to make housing more? This is the most important question. So in this time with the incomes, everything.
Yes.
So most of the people ask, how does the city plan to make housing more affordable for the residents?
That is a fine question.
Yes.
Most of that in regard to affordability is really driven by the market. The city does not have, if you would, any artificial means of doing that itself. Now, as it is, we're in some strange times where one of the things that we have attempted to do in order to make Mansfield a place where people can afford to live is we offer different lot sizes. The lot sizes determines the size of the house, which of course determines the price per square foot. Okay, and we also are now offering more diverse housing types, which now we have manor homes in Mansfield. We have duplexes and quads in Mansfield. You can now have what we call accessible dwelling units, where you can build a small it used to be called a mother-in-law suite in the backyard. So you can have housing that way. So we worked to diversify in that area through the ordinances and policies that we offer here at the city, especially the last 4 years.
So if some people, they want to build some like small, as you mentioned it, in the backyard, we need like some license or some...
question. Yes, ma'am. All of that would go through, if you would, our zoning process. All of that comes through the city, but we now allow for that to take place.
So, Mr. Michael, it's a lot of a process, honestly, because always we giving up when we see like, oh no, I can't, because there is many process to get this point.
Sure.
Specific in Texas, there is a huge backyard. Always there is just backyard.
That's true.
The weather in Texas is very hot, and in the winter very cold. So why we reduce the process to make the people use this.
Make it more attractive to folks.
Yes.
You know, in that regard, as a matter of fact, we were able to do this last year. In this regard, what we do is if a person wants to build an accessible dwelling unit in their backyard, they would hire them an architect. And that architect knows that they then have to come to the city. Because you can't just build anything in the backyard. You know what I'm saying? So they come to the city. We make sure that whatever they're building in their backyard, number one, is not bigger than the house in the front yard. You know, and you're laughing, but it's true. I mean, you would be surprised. And make sure that it is not encroaching on their neighbors on the left, right, or behind them. The process is made to help them to build what they want, and also make sure that it's something that is appealing to the people next door to them as well. But there's a process, but again, I would say it's not a difficult one, because what I love about Mansfield is just like you and I are sitting here talking. Yesterday, a resident was in here and they said, I want to talk to the mayor. Well, the mayor shows up, you get to talk to the mayor. I don't think you can do that in other municipalities, you see. So when you come to this city hall, you'll talk to the person who you need to talk to. You won't get the runaround, and we'll get you what you need.
Thank you.
Yes, so we try to make that happen.
That's all the residents they need. Our mayor always available and hear us.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
We jumping to next question. How does the city plan to balance the new development with the maintaining affordable housing options?
Well, you know, that's the way that we do that. I mean, we work to diversify our economy. And by doing that, and by diversify, I mean, so we would have growth in different sectors. The retail sector, the entertainment sector, things of that nature. You have industrial. All those things come into play. When they come to your city, all right, what it helps us to do is we know that they pay taxes and fees and things of that nature. Well, by them doing their fair share, that helps to lower the tax burden on the residents who live in this town.
Okay.
That does that. So by lowering the tax burden, people then are able to do more with the money that they keep in their own pocket. So it helps us that way. Also, when these companies come to town, we are actually recruiting certain types. We want people to come in regard to companies and corporations, those that will come with the high-paying jobs, tech, the bio industry, things of that nature. Because when you offer those jobs, people make more money, then they're able to do more with their money. So that's how we kind of work hand in hand in the process.
Okay. Thank you. What are the city plans for addressing road and bridge maintenance?
What is the city's plans? Well, in regard to growth, one of the things that, as you know, the state of Texas is growing like crazy.
I know.
All right, so I became the mayor 4 years ago. In 2020, I was elected mayor. From 2020 to 2024, we have grown by 13,000 residents just in that small period of time.
Okay.
One of the things that we knew that we had to do based upon a citizens survey that we did, we asked our citizens, we asked the residents what was important to them, and one was street and road maintenance. You mentioned bridge.
Yeah.
Well, we have in the past 4 years. That particular budget has increased by almost $55 million.
Wow.
So we recognized that whatever it was we were paying prior to that, we had to almost double it. Okay, in order to get out in front of the growth of this city. Now we're still fighting that fight. We have we completed our land use plan this year. All of that is on our website, mansfieldtexas.gov. You can see where street construction is and where it is planned.
Okay.
So the regular person, whoever that is, can go on, type that in, and you'll see what's being built, when, and where. So we've increased that budget by a lot of money.
Okay.
I serve on the Transportation Commission for the region as well.
Okay.
Part of my job is to advocate for good roads, and highways, 287, 360, 183, all of that.
And Mansfield is bigger and bigger and bigger.
86,000 residents now.
Yeah. So this is my question, is not in my list.
Okay.
So my neighborhood, I know is my neighborhood right now, is going to be very happy to ask this question.
Yeah.
There is some crossing street between Mansfield Web and with Mansfield Web Federal. There is no walking sidewalk.
Right.
And the kids go back and forth, to the school and come back to the home. And there is, you know, the street is very
narrow. I know exactly what you're talking about.
So we always need, because my home in that area.
Yes, ma'am.
So we need to stop to make the kids, the student to pass to go to the home.
Yes, ma'am.
So always we have this problem. We need, the student scared, and we scared also.
Yes, yeah.
So to have some accident.
Sure.
So I know is right now is a lot is going on with economy.
Okay.
But for student safety, we need at least sidewalk for people. They walk into the park, or the student come back to the home.
Yes, let me speak to that. I know exactly the area you're talking about.
Yes, thank you.
No. Thank you for asking. I received an email today to give an example from the mayor of Grand Prairie.
Yes.
as we talked about Daymire Road, okay, and we were talking about how can the two cities work together in order to make that a better situation.
Yeah, because I know it's between, I think so, the border with Arlington
Exactly.
and Mansfield.
There you go.
So I don't know,
Yeah.
it's belong to the Arlington or Mansfield.
Right.
So it's great to
work together.
Yes.
Easier said than done. However, we have to work together.
Yes.
In order to make those things happen. What you're talking about is on the Arlington side. However, we still have kids from Mansfield Independent School District, and folks who live in Mansfield who access that particular school, Simon Jean Gideon, that's in that area. So we work together. Let me tell you what we've attempted to do.
Okay.
We meet with the mayors of Arlington and the mayor of Grand Prairie. We're in meetings all the time. We foster now a good working relationship where we look at those matters that concern all of us or both of us, and we try to go to work to make that happen. One of the most recent things you're seeing is Turner Warnell Road. Okay, Turner Warnell is torn up right now. That bond was passed for it about 15 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's a matter of what cities make their priority, and we are, when you've got Arlington, Grand Prairie, Mansfield, we're the smaller of the group, but still we work better together to make that happen.
Thank you so much.
We're working the work.
Thank you. I believe in guys, you're going to make very big improvements for student safety and the family and neighborhood also. Thank you so much for working together.
Yes, ma'am. We're trying. Yes, ma'am.
I know. Thank you so much. How is the city supporting local school and improving education quality?
We meet with our school district. We meet with the entire school board at least twice a year. We have one big meeting.
Okay.
And we talk about those areas, just like I did with the mayors. We talk about those areas in which we share, whether it's property together or we share a common interest. Our city is better because of the relationship that we have with Mansfield Independent School District. Our city has grown because of the quality of education that comes from Mansfield Independent School District.
That's right.
We just recently engaged in a property swap. So the very building that you're in now is now owned by MISD. Okay, we broke ground last week on what we call Geyer Commons, which is where the administration building is right now on East Broad. So now that's our property. So what we're doing is we're beautifying that area. We're turning it into a workspace, walk space, park space. It's going to be a destination location for vintage houses and all that kind of thing. Just Monday night, we passed a bond issue where we're issuing bonds on our new city hall, okay? And you've got City Hall and you've got other structures, stadium, that's located in what's called a TIRZ, a Tax Increment Reinvestment Zone. Well, part of the school district is in that zone. So when we passed that legislation, when we passed that particular item last week, that now will benefit the independent school district in increments of 40 years over $500 million.
Wow.
So that one decision made by our city council gives right at about $12 million a year, can help the school district net about $12 million a year for 40 years. So that gives you an idea of how we work together. We support them, they support us. We meet to make sure that we have the same priorities for the area, and it's been working very well.
Awesome, thank you. What the program are the place engage the support young people in the community? I think so. We spoke the same, almost the same question.
No, but that's a good question because there are some nuances there. The way that we support them, one is, of course, we work together to pump millions of dollars into the school district. That's one. But the other way is we have a youth council here in Mansfield at City Hall. So we have a group of young people that come primarily from Mansfield ISD, and they're selected, and they help to even speak to and advise the city council on those matters that are important to young adults and younger people. So we have that. We also have an internship program. As a matter of fact, we gave certificates of completion to our last class of interns on Monday night. We have that. We have a junior, we call it university, so to speak, whereas we teach young people, again, from the surrounding area. They come in and we take them through classes and we talk to them about how the city works, how city government works. So we work real close with our youth, and we're real proud of that.
What I love in the elementary school, when